So go a little something like this. That's AVIOT.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm your gracious co-host, Jay Stokes, followed by and joined with that. Okay, let me take that back. I'm your gracious co-host. I'm your gracious co-host, Jay Stokes, joined by my other gracious co-host, Jay Random. What's up, Jay?
Yo, what's going on, cousin? How you doing?
I'm doing
Everything
all
good?
right. Yeah, everything is great. This is Atypical Voices in Our Time, the AVIOT podcast. AVIOT is our acronym. I keep on tripping up on my words. The official podcast of Chemistry Productions, that's spelled K3MISTRY. The official, yeah. I must be suffering from the remnants of this Las Vegas trip, man. I really must, because yeah, I'm totally out of it right now.
Yo, I'm laughing because we must, because we sure ain't have our music playing in the background. We just started in like that time we was being serious.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I could try to play the music, but last time I did, it was like really messed up in the background. Watch, I'm play it right now. And you don't really hear much. But anyway, this is the official podcast of Chemistry Productions. That's spelled K3MISTRY, a media education company. And this is called AVIOT, Atypical Voices in Our Time, where we give our atypical opinions on different things out there. So, all right, I'm saying we're suffering from the remnants of this past weekend. Jay Random and I went to Las Vegas to celebrate Jay Random's birthday. Jay Random, care to tell the audience about what happened over there and how you feel?
No, I feel good, and it was just fun. It was one of those trips that you say, wow, this was definitely fun. I couldn't ask for anything else. I couldn't ask for anything more. Fun trip, fun people that came. Atmosphere was good. Every day was a party, and without the party, every day was a drinking day. Well, Friday I was out of commission, but Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday, I was good to go. But Friday, party too hard on Thursday. So, technically you and I, we had the same amount of drinking days. I had Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday. You had Thursday, Friday, Saturday. 3 days.
Except I was never out of commission.
Understand? Doesn't matter if you're in or out. At the end of the day, you had 3, I had 3. So, right?
Whatever.
The math is 3.
And for the youngins out there that are listening, drink responsibly.
Yeah. Drink responsibly, or only get sick in your room.
Yeah, we won't stray away from that. Yes, we do partake in social drinking from time to time. I actually don't really drink much at all. I guess because the people we were with, they were saying I must have not lived out my party days back in college, so it's like I'm living out my party days right now. So, yeah.
I would second that.
Pretty much what's happening. Yeah, that's pretty much what's happening. Living out my party days. Anytime I'm invited somewhere, I'm going to have a great time. But Vegas was fun. While we were there, I decided to film the different media out there because I thought it'd be nice if Chemistry Productions took our show on the road, so to speak, and had like a little vlogging thing where we were talking about different media that's in America. And eventually we can expand and go to different areas of the world and look at the different media out there and just put together a compilation of the different things we see and analyze it and see where it goes with that.
Yeah, no. And you definitely did a lot. You look like a darn tourist out there. It was funny.
Yeah.
Camera all the time.
Hey, I posted part of our vlog experience on the Chemistry Productions Tumblr page and the Facebook page and everything, just talking about just hyping up our show for this week.
Yeah, no. This show this week is going to be amazing, like I said, especially when we just keep on reminiscing about Vegas. Vegas was good, man. Like Vegas was so good. Like I was telling you, I can't wait for 2020 when we go to Barbados. God willing, if everyone's still around, yeah, that's going to be that vacation. I'm never going to be out of commission. I'm just going to control what I do. Never be out of commission. because being out of commission, even though I was there from Wednesday through Sunday, that one day that when I was out of commission, I did leave the house, but I left it so late that stuff like I wanted to do, like the Walking Dead. You know, that's one thing you and I wanted to do with our significant others, the Walking Dead. We also wanted to do what else? I didn't want to do it, but everybody else wanted to do the zip lining.
Zip lining. Yeah, zip lining.
Yeah. You know, and also I don't want to call it the Ferris wheel, but that's all I could think of. The big Ferris wheel in Vegas. But hey, listen, Vegas is not going anywhere. It's just next time we go or next time. Well, I know next time we go, we have to stay. Well, I know I will have to stay in my timeshare because next time we go back, the LA Raiders are going to be there. So just imagine the LA Raiders is going to be at the end of Las Vegas, which is across the street across the street from the Mandalay Bay. So you can just imagine the traffic. And the best time to go, I believe, would be between September and December. Anytime after that, well, let's say probably September through March. Anytime after that, it gets really hot in the desert. So, and that's football season. So, anytime and every time we go, we're going to go around football season. So the traffic is going to be crazy. Even though football is only played on Sunday, God forbid they have a Thursday night game when we get there. It's going to be a problem. So, staying in my timeshare, which is the other side of Vegas. The other side of the strip.
Right,
but,
definitely.
That's
definitely a good idea. Yeah. Also, just to go back to the vlogging thing real fast, one of the main reasons why I was vlogging was just to see the different media out there and to see if it influenced people in any type of way. Would you say any of the media, because media really pertains to things with a screen or things that can influence people like posters or different digital art or what have you. So we saw the different gaming systems. We saw different ads on cars. We saw the different advertisements and commercials coming down on the buildings, the big screens. Do you think that had any influence on how people acted in Vegas or the things they went to or what they did?
That's a good question, Jay Stokes. Yeah. To be honest with you, I didn't think about going to In-N-Out Burger until my wife seen it, and I'm pretty sure she didn't think about it until she seen it. Because the only thing we hear about is In-N-Out Burgers. So we didn't even get a chance to go to there. So that sucked too. So next time we're in the West Coast, we have to go. But yeah, the advertisement was key. Advertising or just like we went to the mall. I kept on smelling chocolate chip cookies at the Nestle Cookie Factory. So even though I didn't even want any cookies, I just wanted chocolate chip cookies. So if I didn't want chocolate chip cookies, you know, for you and I, when we went, we saw Fat Tuesday. It was like, hey, this is a no-brainer. You know, so, you know, we saw Fat Tuesdays. That was average. Every what, say, 1,000 feet, you see a Fat Tuesday, right? What you say?
Right. Yeah.
And they were
everywhere.
Yeah, they're everywhere. They're at every hotel. You couldn't get away from it. So the advertising alone definitely made you go, Because think about it. There are other places that sold margaritas, but something about Fat Tuesday and the way they advertised it, the way they made it seem so cool, and the prices were good. And if you get the souvenir mug, you get a discount on the next one. It's all about advertising.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, advertising is key. The same thing with the places my wife and I we ate at. Advertising, you know, they advertise things and you didn't believe it till you seen it and you was like, oh my God, this is too much food, I can't finish it. So yes, the advertising, the media, the cars, it definitely played a big what we're looking for. It definitely played a big portion of the trip. Like as far as the advertising that was definitely the place. If you wanted to advertise, it was the place. One thing I realized it didn't really advertise was strip clubs. Even though you heard them mention strip clubs, but they definitely advertised marijuana. Not advertised, but
they did.
Smelled it every. Well, no. I was gonna say they didn't see it. You didn't see it, but you smelled it. Oh my God!
Okay.
If I didn't get high off a secondhand contact, I think I don't gotta take a drug test.
Yeah, right. One thing that occurred to me was I saw a lot of different advertisements and different posters with fancy clothing and high-priced things. So I saw a lot of advertising for watches, and I saw a lot of advertising for different clothes. And it came to my mind, are they advertising these things because we're in an area where people are gambling for money and that might have some influence on them gambling or wanting to buy a lot of expensive things because they see it all the time? So that's what makes them think, oh, I need to get this, or oh, I need to gamble so that I could get this.
I agree. Because,
what do you think about that?
No, I agree because I know near the Aria, the hotel that one of our friends were staying at, the Aria was right in front of a expensive mall. When I say expensive, the cheapest name brand they sold probably was Versace. Okay? So
wow.
It just so happened. No, it was seriously. It was some of the places, not some of the places. Some of the names I was like, wow, that's how this store looks. And granted, the clothes were ugly as heck, but yeah.
Those prices weren't.
No prices are horrible. Those prices made you want to gamble and hopefully win enough money to buy a pair of socks. So
right.
Yeah. So no, they know what they're doing. The only thing that surprised me, and I mentioned it to you, was the hold on a second. The only thing that surprised me really was the oh man, I lost my train of thought. Oh, how they don't gamble.
Okay. Oh.
How you can't play Powerball there. That was amazing. Couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe that.
Right.
You know.
Right.
So.
Yeah, I think the Mega Million hit $1 billion or something, and
oh yeah,
they were like, you can't go here and get any of those tickets in Vegas because something about competition. Someone said if you do that, it's gonna be competition with the places people gamble at over there. I was kind of confused about what they meant.
Yeah, cause think about it. If more people know they can play the look, they have a better chance of playing the Powerball and winning than actually winning at those damn slot machines. So, you know, just think about it like this: the casinos will have the casinos competition would be Powerball and Mega Millions. So that's smart not to have it there. Think about it. I have $5. I could put it on 2 quick picks and a scratch off, or I could put my $5 in this machine. I think I'm gonna put it towards 2 quick picks. You know what I'm saying? So people, you know, or even have So you don't want to give people an option not to come to the casino. So
okay, that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah. So it definitely does. I was like, I didn't think about it like that. I thought about it like, we're in Vegas, let me win. But no, it's like, no, we're not competing the gaming board or the lottery commission. Nope, not doing it. So
okay,
now that makes sense.
Okay, I got you.
Yes.
Well, it's funny you mentioned The Walking Dead, and I definitely wanted to go there because it's the Halloween season. Halloween is next week, right? Yeah, I think it's next week. And
yeah, it's next week Thursday.
Yeah, no, next week Wednesday. Halloween
Wednesday,
31st,
okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So, The Walking Dead, I wanted to do that because of the Halloween season, and we didn't get to do that. But with this Halloween season coming up, there's a story that's been in the news where members of, I think, is it Today? I forgot the actual show. Oh, NBC. It was on NBC where a host by the name of Megyn Kelly was talking about people dressing up in blackface during Halloween or dressing up as different people. And it was a big controversy because she was saying in her day it was okay to dress up in blackface or dress up however you wanted to, and no one had a problem with it. And she was pretty much saying that this culture that we live in right now is too sensitive towards that. So I wanted to get your thoughts about Halloween and dressing up people in different cultures and even coloring your skin if you feel the need to. What do you think about that? Do you think it's offensive? Do you think people shouldn't do that? Or, yeah.
Okay. So this is what I think, really, to be honest with you.
Okay.
Dressing up in blackface is such a racist thing to do. It's been racist from back in the days with Birth of a Nation. Any other movie back in the days when you thought that was a black guy, but he looked kind of funny, 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10 times he was a white guy with blackface. And by the way, he was making black people, he was depicting black people in the worst negative stereotype. So, if you think about it now, if a white person wants to be anybody that's black, you know, on top of the fact that they're painting their face black, they're going to try to depict on how they have that black person image. Meaning, if it's a rapper, they're going to start to talk with slang and yo, and and mumbling or just doing dumb shit. You know, at the end of the day, them doing that, they're not paying homage. They're clowning. And so it's never a good thing. And it's so funny because Megyn Kelly actually said, well, what about the Wayne brothers when they did White Girls? Understand, black people, sorry to say, when we put on like the Wayne brothers, put on whiteface, we're not harming, nor is it racist. Definitely when you only have white girls to use as a scenario, it was a funny movie. Anytime a white person put on blackface, we know off the grip that they're being disrespectful and they're going to depict us in the worst light ever. So for her to even not understand how that's offensive, shame on her. And did you know that she signed I want to say a 3 or 5 year deal worth $69 million? She gets
wow.
Sorry, it's a $3 million deal. I'm sorry, a 3-year deal worth $69 million. She gets between 22 to 25 million a year, and her ratings are
but her show,
trash.
Her
ratings are
always
trash.
bad. So why does she?
Yeah.
Why is she allowed to get paid like that if her ratings stink?
Because they probably thought that she could bring some of her Fox viewers over to cable, but in reality, her ratings are horrible. Like, she's getting less ratings than Sean Hannity. I'm just naming a Fox person, and Sean Hannity is on Fox, and she's on what channel she's on? I can't remember what channel she's on.
NBC,
I don't even watch it.
NBC. She's on NBC.
Yeah, and the sad part is they moved Al Roker and I think a lady by the name of Tammy. They had their own show at that particular time, and they moved. They basically got fired for her to make room for her, and she's not even doing good. And their ratings were better than her ratings. And I'm pretty sure Al Roker, the weatherman, was not getting $69 million, and he deserves more than that. So I feel like basically any white person that wants to imitate a black person or represents a black person for Halloween, I'm cool with it until you touch your face. I'm cool with it until you touch your skin in general. I have a problem with it because you can wear.
So you mean you're okay with them imitating like an artist or an actor or an actress as long as they don't color their skin?
Yeah. Why you got to color your skin? Listen, you could.
They want to get more of the character.
Like, listen, you can wear a mop on your head, wear some put some ink on your face, and say you Little Wayne, and I'd be like, oh, okay, that's a cool Little Wayne. That's what I'll say, right? But if you roll up with your pale skin and now you dark with those same tats and a mop in your head, we have a problem. Because believe me, minus that paint on your face, you're not going to act like Lil Wayne. You feel like the ink or that paint that turns your skin a darker complexion allows you to now relive Wayne. No, keep that same energy without the paint. Please. If you don't want a problem over here, keep that same energy without the paint. You can definitely imitate anybody. You don't have to. Just like a black person. First of all, we're not even gonna put white makeup on. But if we want to imitate any white person, we just dress up. We just dress up like them. When somebody asks you, "Who are you?" Like, "Oh, I'm X Y Z." But 9 and 10, all you gotta do is wear the same clothes. Like, if you want to be Pee Wee Herman, just wear your gray suit with a blah 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 and make the ha ha, that whatever laugh he does. They're like, "Oh, you Pee Wee Herman? Okay, cool." You know what I'm saying? You feel
right?
So it's like, I feel like you don't have to put on the blackface because now you're really insulting me. There's a lot of white people you could be. Be them. Why you gotta be me?
Right.
Be them.
And the thing is, with blackface, there's such a cruel history associated with it because when you look in the Jim Crow era, even to the 1800s, when white people dressed up and they colored in their skin with blackface, they gave up these horrible stereotypes about black individuals.
Horrible.
And those stereotypes still are present today because of that. That's why we have this idea that a lot of black men are rapists, because when these white men would dress up in blackface, they would portray themselves in their shows and in their movies as rapists. And that ideology still holds true today. So that's why there's such a strong opinion against blackface. And on the other end, when black people dress up, like say they wanted to be a white person, like in White Chicks with the Wayans brothers, it's a different scenario because you have a group that is oppressed that are imitating the oppressor. It's different when you have the oppressed imitating the oppressor as opposed to the oppressor imitating the oppressed, because we have a scenario where it's like you have everything in the world as the oppressor. You have everything in the world, and now you're trying to make me feel even worse. You already have all the things that control my daily living and the way I go about life, and now you're trying to make things worse by imitating me and making me look bad. Whereas if you're in the oppressed class, then you're saying, all right, well, these guys have everything in the world. Me making fun of them is not going to take away from them having everything in the world. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. It does. And once again,
I also wanted to share your opinion because there was a movie, a more recent movie where a white person was in blackface, and that's Tropic Thunder. I don't know if you've ever seen that movie with Robert Downey Jr. He was actually playing a black guy in that movie.
Let me tell you something. Yo, Jay Stokes, I kid you not. I wish you never brought that up. Brought that up. Let me explain to you why. No. Let me explain to you why.
All right.
Because, hands down, favorite movie. That's my favorite movie. And also, I kid you not. When I seen Robert Downey Jr. play that character, I was in stitches. But let me explain to you why I was in stitches. Okay?
Okay.
He played that character so right. And let me tell you why he played it right. He was not racist. He was not over dramatic. And even when the white person said to him something, and the white person said, "You people," he forgot that he was white. It was like, "What do you mean, you people?" So it was like one of those comedies that it was like, yo, I don't know why I'm not offended to this. To this day, I could watch Tropical Thunder. And I'm saying to myself, you know what? Be honest with you, this is not one of those cases. This is not one of these cases when we should start grabbing signs and protesting. Also, you gotta understand, if he did it now, it would be a problem. When he did it before,
but here's the thing though. When he did it, it was made clear in the movie that he was a white person trying to be a black person. It was clearly stated that he's a white person who is trying to be a black person. And so that's the comedic aspect of it, and I think that's why he gets away with it in the movie, because he's trying to do that.
I think he also gets and I also think he gets away with it because he becomes the character for everything. It wasn't just a black person. Remember every character he played, he got plastic surgery for. So if it was a mentally challenged person, he would go into the character for that. You know, if it was someone with 5 ears, he would get a certain. You know what I'm saying? So he was one of those characters. I'm sorry, he's one of those actors that believed in the role. You know, so
right.
I think that's another thing you gotta take into consideration. Like my wife and I, we always talk, and we talk about the time. This is sidebar, but it's the same thing.
Okay.
We talk about the time when Star and Buck Wild, they used to be on the radio show. Star and Buck Wild.
I remember Star and Buck Wild.
And Star and Buck Wild used to talk about everybody, dead or alive, and everybody laughed, right? So one time, no disrespect, they reenact the death of Aaliyah, and everybody was up in arms.
Whoa, wait. No, hold up. You literally like blacked out. You blanked out during that part.
Okay.
So
cool.
Say that again. I feel like Black Talk. Are you monitoring us? Jeez.
I know. So, like I was saying, so it was this one episode when they reenact the death of Aaliyah. Really bad, very tasteless, right? But the whole thing is, what Star was saying was, listen, we talk about everybody, white or black, Chinese, whatever. You don't have a problem with it. So don't pick and choose. If you have a problem with what I said now, you should have a problem with what I said, something about, say, Dolly Parton dying, getting, you know what I'm saying? So I say all this to say, and I bring it back to Tropical Thunder. I say, listen, when it's all said and done, you have to keep the same energy, you know. And when it came to that movie, the energy wasn't there because, once again, it was a comedy. It wasn't disrespectful. It wasn't like he was eating watermelon and shucking his. He really thought he was black. Was black until, listen, that saying, everybody want to be black until the cops come. So he thought he was black until it got real serious. Then this Australian accent came out. Remember that? Remember it got real serious? And he was like, oh, shit, he's about to die? That's when so that's why, I laugh at that movie. And to be honest, I never had a problem with that movie because that movie was funny to me, and I never, ever, ever took it as, dang, that's disrespectful. I took it as, what the hell is going on? This movie is hilarious. Like, that's probably one of my, that right there, Tropical Thunder and Old School, probably one of my better, Tropical Thunder, Old School, and Harlem Night are my 3 favorite comedy shows. Yeah, those are my 3 favorite comedy shows. Harlem Night, number 1, Old School, number 2, and Tropical Thunder. I could watch like
who's in Old School again?
Darn. Who was in it? Gosh, I'm trying to think because he's not funny no more. No, he's not funny no more at all. He gets on my nerve. Yeah. Dang, Ben Stiller's not in that. Who's in it? He played Ron Burgundy.
Will Ferrell.
Will Ferrell. Yeah. Will Ferrell. He was hilarious. Will Ferrell was in there. And some other people, but Will Ferrell made it funny.
That girl from The Girl Next Door.
Vince Vaughn. But who cares about him? Vince Vaughn. Those two made it funny. That to me, that had to be his peak. Will Ferrell. It had to be his peak. That was a funny movie. It's about these old men trying to open up a fraternity at a college, and it's creepy now. Like, all these shows are so creepy now, but they were funny back then. That's why you always say, it was good for that time. Like, now, someone came out with that movie, be like, no, I'm not having it. I'm not even going to see that. But no, Tropical Thunder.
Everybody's too sensitive. Plus, a lot of people are too sensitive nowadays.
You know what? A lot of people are too sensitive, but this is the problem with being too sensitive. I mean, it's a gift and a curse. I feel like what Megyn Kelly, let's bring it back to her. What Megyn Kelly did and said was unexcusable. But the same
especially
token,
since you have a large platform, you can influence a whole bunch of people to have that same ideology.
Because she didn't have a problem with it. She really did not have a problem with it. That was the scary part. Like, you're too grown. Like, you're in your 40s. Like, what do you mean you don't understand how blackface? Do you not understand every person that wore blackface lost their career? Like, seriously, let's be honest. you wear blackface, you're liable to get knocked out and a lot of other things. Like, that is not cool. Because once again, when a white person wears blackface, they take it to the next level. It's not like when Robert Downey Jr. played blackface and he thought he was black. So in the process of him thinking he was black, he wasn't doing anything like shucking and jiving, yo, 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 yo. Now, you know, he wasn't disrespecting the culture. When white people put blackface on, they're disrespecting the culture. They are disrespecting the culture in so many levels. So I recommend Halloween is coming up. If nobody wants to get hurt, you can play a black person, but please don't put that makeup on because it's going to be a problem. That's it.
Yeah, and the same goes for Native Americans. Also, I always find it funny when and I'm sorry, but we have to focus on white individuals in this case because they're the race that is in power right now. So I always find it funny that when white individuals dress up as Native Americans, because I'm like, so first your ancestors pillaged the land and they eradicate most of the Native Americans out here. Now you want to wear their outfits, you know? So it's so interesting to me.
It is. You know what it is? It's white privilege, man. They don't care. They really don't care. Listen, I think that's the only people who don't see color when it fits them, when it suits them. They do not see color. Only when it suits them. Meaning that would be the case. A point and take. So I remember telling you about an incident that happened in Vegas. And for people who don't know, so we're up in Vegas, right? Real quick, just want to shout out everyone and give everybody the number. So the number to call, please, if anyone's listening, chime in, jump in. The number to call is 646-668-8398. And this is what I mean by white people just don't understand sometimes. So we're all having our time of our life in Vegas Thursday night, my birthday, just turned 40. Party's over, everyone jump in their own Uber. You and your significant other and my wife, we jump in our Uber, and our other crew, they jumped in their Uber because everybody stayed close, you know. So I heard the next day that our other party that was in the other Uber, they were driving, and the driver was kind of like, you know, kind of not really vibing right. So they're like, yo, pipe up, get hype. He was like, all right, N. Now, the N stands for, you know what, I don't want to put that on the radio, but, you know, a derogatory word you call a black person.
Right.
So everybody got sober, and the car was like, whoa, what did he say? No, he did not say that. So now also understand it was a group of women in that car that he felt comfortable enough to say the N-word about 10 times. And when they said, wait a minute, sir, what is your problem? Oh, I heard that from Chris Rock. Yo, you may have heard that from Chris Rock, but let me tell you something. I can guarantee you he never told you to say the word. You know, and listen, this man had to be in his 50s. Any white person saying the N-word, listen, I don't want to hear it. There's no excuse. And if I hear it, it's going to be a problem because there's no excuse. You're too old. You know, and then he got the nerve to say, hold on a second. Then he got the nerve to say, I said it with the A. I said it with the A, not the ER. Oh, word? Now you're trying to be slick with it? Come on. So I say all this to say with Megyn Kelly and that Uber driver in Vegas, shame on you, man. You're too old for this. You're not dumb. You know what's up. Stop playing these games. We're not taking it. We haven't taken it in a while.
And also I wanted to add to that, just because one black person gives you the go-ahead, or any culture or race for that matter, whether it's a person who's Indian or Chinese, Korean, what have you, just because that one person gives you the go-ahead to do something doesn't mean they speak for the entire race. They don't. So
I agree.
If one person, if you're saying the N-word around your one black friend, that doesn't mean you can say it around everybody.
Please don't get comfortable. Please. Because let me tell you what's going to happen. You're going to get beat up, and your black friend is going to get beat up, okay? Yep. Believe me. A black person that's beating you up, they're gonna look at the black dude like, "Word, you gonna get these knuckles too."
Exactly.
Because no one, seriously. All jokes aside, anybody who's listening, it's not a black and white thing. It's just about respect. Don't you call me the N word. We all know. I don't care if you say it with the A, the E. I don't even fix your lips. And God forbid we work together. I'm sending you straight to HR. It's on. Because let me tell you something. Once HR knows and you still got the nerves to slick your mouth with it, document this because it's going down. Because no one would disrespect me. Nope, not my presence.
Right. Speaking
real
of
quick.
Disrespect.
Yes.
Oh, go
Let's
ahead.
hit
Go
it.
ahead.
No, go.
I was
I'm
going to say, speaking of disrespect, while we were in Vegas, we just happened to catch the Houston Rockets versus LA Lakers game. And we saw that fight break out between both teams. And when you look back at the replay, it is the case that Rajon Rondo between the two teams. Rajon Rondo being on the LA Lakers and Chris Paul being on the Houston Rockets. That was disrespectful. What are your thoughts about that? And do you think that fighting because of being spit on is appropriate?
Yes. So now let me tell you something. I'm not even going to lie. Seeing the footage on Friday, pissed off. I looked at the footage again. I said, you know what? This is my opinion. Jay Stokes is my opinion. Rondo and Chris Paul don't like each other, okay? Number one.
Right.
Rondo had a mouthpiece in his mouth. Number two. I personally don't think he spit on him. I think this would happen. Just personally. I think when someone don't like another person, God forbid your drip, your sweat touches your eye. So imagine we talking and your sweat touches your eye. You're like, mother, you spit on me, right? So,
right.
So when they play it back, I really believe he had his mouthpiece. Like I believe Rondo. I really believe that Rondo had his mouthpiece in his mouth, right? And when he, like when you talk, look, even I had a conversation with a dude last month. I didn't realize till we were in front of the light how much we were spitting in each other's face. And I don't even, and Jalen had, because I was talking to him, I was like, yo, dude, spit on my face. So my son was like, Dad, you were spitting in his face too. I said, what? No, I wasn't. But I'm thinking like, yo, that light catches everything. So I really believe, to think about it, the way it looked, like Ronald was like, man, whatever, or, he has a mouthpiece. So when you have something in your mouth, you have extra saliva. I think Chris Paul don't like him so much that he was like, nah, son, you spit on me. Because think about it. No one seen it. They had to superimpose it. Look, Carmelo Anthony didn't see it. Nobody seen it until they superimposed it. And it's like, yo, Chris Paul, really, man, stop acting like a chick. Like, yo, you just don't like him. They don't like each other because back in the days, Rondo told Chris Paul, you suck and you'll never wear a ring. Win a ring. So Chris Paul ain't going to forget that. You know what I'm saying? So they blood, you know what I'm saying? They hate each other back when Rondo was with the Celtics. So that's why I say when I seen it the first time, I was like, yo, he spit on him. Then I looked at it again and I listened to Rondo. I said, you know what? I believe Rondo. As much as I don't like Rondo, I believe him. I believe him because Rondo ain't no chump, number one. Rondo is no chump, as you can see. Caught him in the eye. He caught him, you know what I'm saying? Rondo ain't no chump. Rondo will fight anybody. So I don't think he needs a sneak spit. You don't need a sneak spit on Chris Paul. I think Chris Paul just overreacted. I think he just overreacted. And also, I'm probably also biased because I could care less about Chris Paul. Why I could care less about Chris Paul? Because his time is gone. And he would never be as good as Steph Curry. He'll never be good as Russell Westbrook. He would never be as good as Kyrie. He mad. He old. That's like me battling my son right now making music. It's just, listen, I could bring him some boom bap bap bap, but by the time I got the drum, my son already finished with the track. I'm mad now. I'm sick. I'm sick to it. Like, yo, son, wait a minute. Like, yo, how you finish in 5 minutes? It's gonna take me about an hour to do this. And he like, nah, Dad, I'm on to my next track. You know what I'm saying? So when you old, you see the youth blossoming, making that money, and ain't nobody talking about you. You know what I'm saying? You're old curmudgeon, man. You know, you mad.
Well,
So
a couple,
I really believe that.
something I wanted to address. You
What's
did say because we talked about the generation being sensitive. You did say at one point, oh, he might be saying, oh, you're acting like a chick. For those of you out there, we understand women are strong too, but living in the real world that we're in, the word chick, especially in settings like professional sports, is used as a derogatory term. All right?
Guess
so
what?
We don't mean to offend anybody out there.
Hold on.
Okay.
And real quick.
Okay.
And hold on, real quick. I apologize for anybody that, offended, because I didn't even realize they even said that. I wish we could press rewind.
Right.
If I said that, I apologize. What I mean by, okay, he's acting sensitive. Is sensitive derogatory? Because that's no gender, right? I can say sensitive, right?
Yeah, you can say
because a woman,
sensitive, but
because a woman's not really acting sensitive. Well, I understand what you're saying. That was a good disclaimer, basically saying, what I said, I didn't mean anything. Excuse me.
Oh yeah. I know you don't mean anything by it. I'm just saying, I'm just trying to clear the air just in case somebody takes offense to it, because the word chick is used as a derogatory term, and I think that in a lot of situations, people don't even think about women when they think about that. They just say, "Oh, you acting like
that
a
is
chick."
true.
You know what I mean?
That is so true.
Yeah,
that is so true. I was definitely thinking about a
yeah.
woman when I said that.
Exactly.
Good catch.
Exactly. So
Good
yeah,
catch.
I know where your heart is, but I'm just trying to, just in case, because we're living in a generation now where people will go back in time and dig up old tweets. People will dig up old tweets and try to destroy your career. That's the same thing with audio. I guarantee you, somebody is going to go back in time once chemistry blows up. Fingers crossed. Somebody's going to go back in time and listen to our old podcast, and then they're going to be listening to stuff like this, and they're going to be like, "Oh, he said that chicks are weak." Or he said that women are weak, or he called women chicks, you know what I mean? Or they'd be like, oh, we made fun of this person and that person. But just so you know, we are not politically correct on this show, everybody out there. We give good descriptions. We give good descriptions of things, and we say what's on our mind. But the word chick is used as a derogatory term, just like saying, like, you are weak, or you are acting slow. That's not a knock against anybody who's mentally ill or mentally handicapped. That's just like, come on, man, like, get yourself together. That's just how people talk. So you can't, at the end of the day, you cannot police everybody's words. If they are going out of their way to try and harm someone, that's one thing. Like going after a black person and saying, you N-word, that's trying to harm someone. But if I'm talking to you, I'm like, yo, you acting slow right now. I'm not trying to harm the mentally handicapped community. I'm talking to you, Jay Random, in this moment, saying that you acting slow. You know what I mean? So that's what that's all about. It's not a knock against anybody. So I just wanted to put that out there. And then also, when it comes to the thing, I'm looking back at the thing, meaning Rondo spitting at Chris Paul. I'm looking back at the film right now. It looks like he did try to spit on him. Like, it just, to me, I keep playing it over and over again. What
don't forget,
could he have done? What's up?
No, I was going to say, don't forget, they superimposed it and slowed it down. If you speed it up, you don't see anything. So if you don't see anything, then, listen, if you and I are talking face-to-face right now, and they slowed it down, I guarantee you and I have done spit like 5-10 times. You'd be like, yo, see, Jared spit on me. I wasn't crazy. If you slow anything down, you can interpret it better. Think about it. Just like in football, when they do instant replay, they don't see it until they slow it down to actually like, oh, okay, he probably did catch the ball. Of course, I probably did or probably didn't, because you're slowing stuff down. I think once again, it's all about what you said in the beginning. It's all about the media and how they portray and how they advertise things. Rondo, bad guy. Chris Paul, good guy. So think about it. That's
Chris Paul has his own history too.
True, but at the end of the day, Chris Paul is considered more of a good guy than Rondo is. So I'm not falling for the tricks when I say that. I feel like, listen, Rondo has nothing to lie about. He already suspended. Spitting on him ain't go. You know what I'm saying? The fight already happened. What he got the game for lying? You're still suspended for 3 days. Like Rondo said, I guess I'm the bad guy and he's the good guy. That's why he got 2 days and I got he got 2 games, I got 3 games. So whatever. So listen, he don't got to defend himself no more. He's still gonna get 3 games. He's still gonna get fined. The Lakers still 0-3. I mean, 0-3, man. Sad.
Yeah, that is very sad. That's very sad.
Yeah.
But that's what it is with that. And I mean that's definitely been the talk of many sports stations. Another thing that's been very talked about among other stations have been these questionable packages that have been delivered to members of, I guess, the Liberal Party or people who identify themselves as liberal or Democratic. There have been packages with what is being reported as explosives being sent to people like the Clintons, the Obamas, Maxine Waters, I think CNN. So what is your thought on that, and who do you think is sending it, and why do you think they're doing this?
You know the sad part is, first of all, we all know, well, we all don't know, but I don't know who's sending it.
You have a guess. You have a guess of who's sending it.
Yeah, I got a guess of what side is sending these explosives. My thing is, it could backfire on that particular side because no one has time for that. Like, at the end of the day, Republican, Democrat, Independent, we're all human beings in the beginning and at the end of the day. So,
right.
And half of these guys are friends anyway. Like, let's be honest. Half of these guys go out to dinner together, Republicans, Democrats. You know, so I always look at the Republicans and the Democrats as these entertainers who put on this front that I'm beefing with you, right? So I'm beefing with you, you beefing with me. Yeah, when I see you, I'm going to see you on site. But then when they see each other, ain't nobody saying nothing, right? So they're
right.
cool, but it's the people that's not in the circle who may not understand that it's really not that serious and retaliate. And then we got a problem. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like with these Republicans and Democrats, a lot of them are friends. So with that being said, all this division that's happening right now, I think our president, if he was a real president, he should really get on that mic and be like, listen, this right here is not tolerated. Whoever is sending bombs, listen, when we find you, we're going to prosecute you. But you think he's going to say that? Do you really think he's going to say that? He loves it. Why? Because he is the number one reason why whoever's sending these bombs think it's okay to send these bombs, because he believes, oh, the president got my back. The president sees my views. I say this, and I say this all the time. This hands down has to be the worst president I've ever seen in my 40 years of living on this earth. And it's sad that I have to, along with my family, my kids, everybody we all have to deal with this. The scary part is this man may get reelected again. And at the end of the day, I don't care if a Republican or a Democrat is in the White House. Only thing I care is that you do not divide the country, because that's what he's doing right now. Even when we had Bush in the White House, he never divided the country. He was just a Republican and it was Democrat. Now, like, Republican and Democrats, like the Crips and Bloods, it's like, yo, what side you want? Like, seriously, what side you want? Because that's going to determine how we going to handle you. Just like you said in the beginning, or I don't know if you did say it, and I apologize if you didn't say it, but there was a clip back when it was in Vegas about how the Republicans how they approach Pelosi and were calling her all types of B's and cursing her out and basically like threatening this lady as she was going into a back door to a seminar that she was about to hold. And I'm like, whoa, is this really happening? Like, time out. First of all, you're talking to a woman and you call her all types of foul names, and for what? Because she's not down with your side? What is your side really? Because when it's all said and done, and you think about it, President Trump is playing the side that think that he's all for them. He is all about his self. He is making money for his self. That's why we have never and will never, ever, 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 ever see that man tax returns, because his money is in so much bloody water, a.k.a. bad dealings, a.k.a. the Saudis, the Russians, and everybody else. If we seen that, that alone would not impeach him, but that alone would really, I think that right there would have made everybody think twice of voting for him. That man, he's dirty. Yeah, I mean, he's dirty. And how we know he's dirty? Because every time you ask him about it, he says, "Oh, my lawyer." Dude, really? I mean, shoot, he kind of sent us fake taxes. We would have been happy. But he's not trying to send any taxes because he knows his hands are dirty. So I say with all this dividing that he's doing, he's not doing a good job, because he is really making privileged white people believe that they could do whatever they want. And I'm telling you, it's going to be a problem, because as you can see when we watch on Instagram or wherever we watch, we're not having it. We're not having it. You call me out my name, you say anything foul, I'm going to record you, put you on Instagram, or you're going to go viral. You're going to lose your job. You know why? Because no company wants a bigot. And granted, they don't want a bigot with their name attached to it. So
correct.
So I think it's really your name attached to it. Like, no one wants to know you work with Goldman Sachs.
Right. They can care less.
But they
care less if you're a bigot. They just don't want to be associated with it.
They don't want Jay Stokes that's involved with Goldman Sachs. He killed 5 people. Like, what? Oh no. But if Jay Stokes killed 5 people, no one knows.
And for the record, I don't kill people. I kill beats. Just so you know.
There you go. So no, that's it, man. That's it. So I really feel like it's a trying time. So I tell everybody, get out and vote. Get out and vote. November is right around the corner. Please get out and vote, because we got to start somewhere. So if we start at the bottom up, we're golden. Don't try to touch. Don't only show up. Oh, I was gonna say this real quick. Don't only show up for 2020. Show up for every election leading to 2020.
Yeah, because the local elections are way more important than anything. But what I was gonna say was, speaking of privileged white people, something needs to happen with all these white people calling the cops on black people for just doing ordinary things, like
I agree,
going to the park or even walking through a convenience store or a grocery store. And then remember the girl, what do you call it, Permit Patty? No, not Permit Patty, though. The one that called the cops on the young black kid because all he did was just walk and his backpack hit her by accident. She's talking about sexual assault. It's like, okay. I'm really disappointed at his mother. I'm really disappointed at his mother for saying, "Oh, we should forgive her." No. Let that be me with my child. No. I'm not forgiving anybody, because if you see that video, how she had that kid crying, he's going to be traumatized for the rest of his life. And anything that happens to him that's bad, that's on her. So if he's like, I don't care about society anymore, and decides to join a gang, that's on her. That's on her giving him that traumatic experience.
No, I agree. Totally agree. Agree. And
I don't agree with we should forgive her, don't wish any harm to her. My thing is this. She needs to be brought to justice. I think she should be fined or sued or given some prison time or something. And that would make me feel a lot better about the situation.
Put it like this. Totally agree. You know, as far as I thought it was against the law. I thought it was a crime to call the cops. If like, it's like calling 911 and hanging up. That's basically what they're doing, because they're wasting the operator time. You know,
pretty much.
And I feel like they should start penalizing these people who's calling the cops for dumb reasons. Because if you start penalizing these people, then they won't call. Did you hear about there was this black guy, he was at his son's soccer game and he was yelling at his son, talking about, keep your head in the game, the coach is right, just focus, the coach is right, keep your head in the game. And a white lady called the cops on him, said that he was he was threatening. Yeah, no, seriously. He was threatening. And he was like, "Miss, I just told my son the coach is right. No, you're too aggressive. It's just a game." He was like, "Miss, listen, why call the cops? I could just leave." "No, I'm calling the cops." Yeah, call the cops. Cops came. A lady that was recording told the cops, "Listen, the man said this. Why are you here?" So the guy didn't get arrested, but still, the man, listen, now you can't even, do you understand how many times I used to go to my oldest son, lacrosse game, and the things these fathers, all white, used to say? Used to say, like, dang, these are kids. Like, stop talking to these kids like that. But nowadays, as soon as we open our mouth, as soon as we say something, it's a problem? Come on, man. I'm telling you, if they start finding these people for calling the cops for BS reasons, I guarantee you they would not call the cops, or they would think, they would think about it before they press that one. That last one.
But that also speaks to another thing too, because you have cops out here that are executing and killing black people unlawfully, and so that might be in the back of their head. Maybe it's like,
yes,
oh, if I call the cops, then maybe they can kill this black person.
Yes. Or reprimand him, put him in his place. He needs to be put in his place. No, you got a point. I think about it like that, because they have to know cops plus black people equals bad outcome. They
very
have
bad
to
outcome.
know. They have to know.
They know
because 9 out of 10, when a cop sees us, they're already intimidated. Like, why are you a cop?
I don't know why.
Why are you a cop if you are intimidating by me and I don't have a gun and you do? Like, whoa, like something's wrong with you. You did not join the force for the right reasons because you aren't sure of yourself. You shouldn't be holding that gun.
Well, that also shows how powerful black skin is. If being black, having this complexion makes people that afraid, that shows you how much power you have as a black person.
So true. We're powerful people, man.
But, definitely powerful people. Always empower the black people out there. That's what we stand for, and that's what you should stand for out there, especially if you're black, but even if you're not black, you should empower the other black people around you. Definitely. Always empower black people around you. So this show's about to end pretty soon. I actually wanted to do a little plug towards October being National Domestic Violence Awareness Month. Chemistry Productions, that's spelled K3MISTRY, which we are the official podcast for. We've been posting different things on our Tumblr page and on our Facebook page regarding domestic violence. We're going to have a Ruining Your Faves video on our YouTube channel come out pretty soon that touches on domestic violence, because it's a public health issue that definitely needs to be addressed. We just want everybody out there to stay safe and to understand you should never put your hands on your partner, whether it's a man or a woman.
So true. I second that. I'm telling you. I do not have any respect for any man that does that. I think you're a coward and you need to be dealt with by another man. Hey, so real quick, random, next week, it's Halloween, Wednesday, same time we do our show. You want to play some corny Nightmare? Nightmare.
Let's do that.
Old school hip hop.
We can do something special for next week. We'll do something special for next week.
All right, then. All right, cool. Well, listen, thank you, everybody, for listening. Once again, you call anytime when the show is live, 646-668-8398. We out.
All right, peace, everybody.
All right, peace.